Yeah, we're back. We're here watching some models on the thing and stuff like that.
Let me put them in the spot where I be looking at.
Listen,
breaks, man.
We do so much. I can't wait till this app gets fixed where they can see us what we do.
Oh, nah, chill. I be doing things during break that I don't want the fans to be looking what I be doing.
What, eating?
Well, I was just doing it right now.
Oh, well, that was a miracle. You know, normally he eating.
All the casting directors, the model directors out there, hey, I wasn't eating. I was just playing around. You know what I'm saying?
He eats and then he throws up. He's a model. I guess that's what they do. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
You know, that's why he'd be like, is someone in the bathroom? I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh, here he goes. I'm about to take the bathroom.
Now I'm joking. But speaking of actors, you know, we got another actor in the room. Another pretty boy, you know, actor too, you know, at that.
Doing his thing out here.
So let's welcome Geovanni in the house right now today. How's it going?
Mr. Cedeno.
It's all great. It's all going good.
Good.
Hanging in there.
All right. First of all, you Spanish?
Si.
Mexican?
No.
Puerto Rican?
No.
Ecuador?
Yes.
Wait. I just want time right now. That was racist, bro. Why you said Mexican first?
Because he has the hair and the glasses.
Yeah, I usually.
So all Mexicans have that hair and glasses?
Listen, he looked like La Bamba, all right?
I love that movie anyways. I love that movie.
I had to ask. I was like, my question was, are you Richie Valles?
Richie Valles?
I love that movie too anyways.
No.
It's really
people want to ask because he has that Ecuadorian, Mexican type, you know, you don't know where to go. So I just want my fans.
He could have been Dominican.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
See, now you just went like, no.
It's funny.
Hey, we always like to have fun here in the LDM show. But yeah, we have an actor. So tell the people, how long have you been acting?
I've been acting for about a good 3 years now.
Right.
Mainly training for the first 2 years, and now I recently graduated from school on February 2016 this year.
Okay.
And ever since then, I've been hustling on my own. And recently, I signed with a manager too. So now I'm getting all the good paid gigs now. So I'm like, this is what I want. But of course, I'm not also, you know, depending on my manager, you know.
Right.
I'm also hustling by myself too, because you can't really depend on somebody else to do all the work for you.
You're right about that.
They're helping out with your career. It's still your career. It's not their career. It's still your career, and you're the captain of the ship, you know. So
yeah,
you gotta hustle on your own.
So I have a question for you. That now that you're signed by the manager, is it like a binding contract that you can only do things that he sends you to, or you could do work outside of that?
Yeah, that's mainly a freelance. So like, you know, you may not be officially signed with that agency, but you know, they could still, if there's something right for you, they could still send you out. So with this manager, I'm like, I signed a contract. So now whatever they send me out to do, it's for them.
Okay, so you're going to do things that they send you to.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So you know, Kim is looking for actors too. That's what I heard. She gonna need the money. She gonna have to act like she got robbed again. But anyway, that's.
I thought you mean actors for something else. I was about to be like, yo.
But the sex tape, you got to be a celebrity.
Damn, son. I'm about to be like, yo, what's the casting call for that?
Charity Heights. Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that.
I could be a stunt double.
But being an actor, what's the favorite part of acting that you like?
It's just diving into the role myself. I mean, then again, acting is just fun in general.
Right.
Of course, you know, if we're talking about film, it's a huge waiting process. But then usually, depending what shoot you're doing, you get to at least shoot for 20, 25 minutes, do your part. But in those 25 minutes, you get to discover a whole lot of things. You know, in the acting world, it's all about discoveries. Those discoveries may be good. Those discoveries may be bad. Mm-hmm. But it's a good trip. I'll say that. It's a good trip.
Is there any roles that you did that you was like you couldn't get that role correct? You know, in your mind, maybe to everybody else it was perfect, but in your mind, like you couldn't get that perfect role.
Well, I haven't really played all the roles yet.
Yeah.
I mainly go out for a comedic because I usually have the look. I could be the funny suburban guy. From the Bronx, of course. It just varies. Dramatic wise. Let's say you're playing someone that belongs in an institution or something.
Right.
Those I try to go for those roles because there's a lot of you could discover from those roles. Mm-hmm. But as for getting it right, you'll never get it right. Unfortunately, there's no in the acting world. There's no such thing as getting it right. It's how you portray it. If me and you were to go for the same job, like for the same role, I'm gonna do something different than you. Right. So it just depends what the casting director likes. I like what he brought to the table. Right. It's all what you bring to life.
Okay. All that talk about bringing to the table. I thought he was going to say that he was sliding him money to get the role.
Oh, he was put it on the table. So
yeah, he was like,
so this is what I bring to the table. Under your headshot, like this is what I bring.
You checked out that headshot? That's 100 headshot.
That's 100.
Like pick that headshot up, bro. It has some weight on it.
That's on the 100 page.
100 pages in there.
But
100 pixels. You get me?
I have to deal with an actor here all day.
That's fun. You're a fun guy.
Yeah, we always have fun over here.
Yeah, that's great.
Acting is a good part. Like you said, there's different ways acting. I do a lot of acting on performance-wise with martial arts. When we do special self-defense and stuff, we have to do karate and fighting scenes. So, and then he does a lot of the modeling and a lot of acting.
So when you broke your leg, you were acting?
No, that was painful reality. That was a painful reality, And then just a couple of weeks ago, I had a brace for the whole week.
He was acting.
Yeah,
he was acting.
I'm gonna ask you. He was acting. Got home, took the brace off. Everybody thought was.
And then I seen the reporters outside. I had to put it back on.
I'm sorry.
That's method acting. That's the method. Some people really get into that stuff. It's borderline. Some people actually fall for that stuff. Like if you guys ever seen Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So that's like basically method acting, dressing up as an old woman and fool a whole bunch of people.
I think that's if you can fool someone,
that's talent, man. That's talent.
That's a good
Robin
act.
Williams is just naturally talented, man.
Oh yeah.
He didn't need Juilliard. Nah. And Juilliard is one of the best acting conservatories in New York City. Mm-hmm. He didn't even need Juilliard. The guy was just gifted. He was
He was one of those that similar like to Jim Carrey, that he can jump into a character and you will even forget who he is. You just thinking that he's that character. But and I think Robin Williams did a heck of a job, doing those things. So
I think it takes a lot out of you though as a person though to be able to do that. I think that's why even the guy that played the Joker a couple of years back that he like killed himself after the role. I feel like it takes a lot out of your energy to do that, to be able to jump into a role and do it so well that people even forget who you even were.
Yeah, that's what happens a lot with the child actors. They do this certain role so long that they can't even get another job because no one sees them other than that role. You did it so well that when you try to do something else, it's still portrayed.
They'll remember you for that.
Yeah, but there's some that still portray as that even on the screen. They look at them like you're still acting like you're part of that role. They can't jump to the new role, and that's kind of hard, when you're doing something for so long.
Yeah, I somewhat agree. It's like it kind of surprises me because when Al Pacino did Scarface,
right?
It's like when he did Tony Montana, it's like I only see him as Tony Montana, but
right.
The guy, he's also naturally gifted as well. That they just got to keep having him on screen because he's going to bring in money.
Well, he had to break free from that because after he did Scarface, he did other mafia roles right after that, so no one was seeing him other than Mr. Bad Guy, Mr. Mafia Guy.
Yeah, he was typecast. He was typecast.
Yeah, until he started doing other things, which he was good, doing. It's a lot of Robert De Niro's another one. Yeah, you can't really see him nothing else but a bad guy, that mafioso. But when he does another thing, you're like, whoa. That's crazy. I like that. I didn't think you can do that.
And what's your opinion on that, on actors? Because I know there's a lot of actors. Now, I act myself. We all actors here. Mm-hmm. To avoid being typecasted, or is it a good thing to be typecasted? What's your opinion on that?
Good question. Yeah.
Well, I also try to avoid being typecast because there's other roles out there that I would love to explore.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's some people that do fall into that trap as well. I guess it's the way you sell yourself. You know, I mean, it all depends on your skills as well. Like, if you could speak both English and Spanish fluently, that's great. Those are great skills to have. Of course, there's times where, you know, you might look so specific. Like, for instance, like if you're Asian, then you'll be you'll be cast as, you know, what, a karate teacher.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a role, African American role.
Yeah.
Well, no, but you know, it just depends on, once again, like how I sell myself. Actually, I've gotten mixed reviews on my look. You know, I would ask certain casting directors, "What do you see me as?" So I would say, you know, they would tell me, you know, you have like a little mix, you know, ethically ambiguous look that, you know, if you were to grow out a beard, you know, you could actually play a terrorist. I was like, oh, that's great. That's great criticism. You know, let's say I want to go out for a bad guy role. I want to play a terrorist, you know, just grow out my beard and I could just go for it. It just depends on what you're selling, how you market yourself. And yeah, I mean, you can't really do much about it. You know, if you also look a certain age, like if you're 40 and you look 20, you're going to play 20. So that's how it is, man.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
The only thing for me, I don't know about you guys, I cannot cry on cue. That's the one thing I never have done.
Yeah, that's also a talent.
Actually, I did an audition tape 2 days ago, and I cried.
You had to cry?
And I cried on audition tape.
I'm throwing out secrets out here, but you know how I seem like I cry on cue? I'll go like this, and I start rubbing my eye. I'm like, I can't do this. I just can't. And when I was rubbing my eyes, it gets red, and it started a little teary. That's as close as I can get.
I mean, I would say that's probably a good G code,
right?
You know, but yeah, that may be difficult for some people. But there's just some people as well that what they do in order to get there, they would do something called what they taught me, something called substitution.
Yeah.
Where like if there was a situation where they were they're heartbroken, they would take something like a past experience and use that.
Yeah, they told me that, right?
Yeah, use that as a source of fuel in order to get there. It works for some people, but you know, it just depends on.
Yeah, I don't want to be like feeling that depression type thing, you know, the whole thing. So I just be like, listen, I'll fake cry. Now we're in the world of technology. Just put me some tears.
You know, eye drops.
Animation. Put some tears.
A little animation.
Little eye drops.
With little feet and the hand running down. I don't know, but it's always good. Like I said, the acting parts to me is when the person comes to me, especially when I do fight scenes, and they be like, "Yo, you really look like you hit that guy, or you took that hit real good," and I'm like, "Yeah, he really hit me." But they assume that you really got hit and you never did.
Yeah, and it's how you sell it. It's how you sell the way you got. It's how you sell the way you got hit.
Right.
You know, of course, that's also stage combat too.
Okay.
So it's not only just unarmed, but there's just weapons too. You guys use weapons?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Bow staff. I use. Actually, I did hit one person because he was off key.
You see, that was his fault. That was his fault. Yeah.
But I say it's my fault too because I seen him a little off key. I could have stopped it, but I guess since we did it so much that it was just came out of instinct. But I slowed it down, but not enough. Yeah, but show me that. And it's just kind of funny. Like we had this thing called Feel the Wind. When we laugh about it, but other people are like, what the heck it means? It was just because we were lined up and we were telling the kids and the actors, you feel the wind when it's coming of the kick. So before that wind hits you, you move because you feel the wind pushing you. Yeah. So we did it to each one, and we went to the one guy. We say, ready? Feel the wind. The guy went to kick, and he put his face right there and said, bah!
Wow.
So when all of us karate guys were together, you know, my friends, and we were like, yo, feel the wind. They started laughing because they remember that day. Like, how are you so dumb enough to put your face like that? We just said, stand here.
Did you knock him out?
Huh?
He was probably knocked out.
No. Well, it wasn't me kicking. It was a younger guy. So,
but you want to make sure the guy's okay. It's like,
no, we were laughing because we're all friends. You know, we're all friends, so we were just cracking up. And we're lucky it wasn't a power kick; it was just a throw, like just let me throw my arm kind of kick.
Okay.
So it wasn't really, but we started cracking up.
Yo,
and he's on the floor like, oh, now I know what you mean.
Oh, now he knows what he means.
Now he knows. Feel the wind. Now I know.
Yeah,
okay.
So. But there are moments like that in acting. Bloopers are always the funny. You ever have one line that you couldn't get right because you kept laughing?
Yeah. Then when I would screw up, I would swear, and then someone would be like behind the scenes recording the stuff. So maybe one day we could put like a compilations of little bloopers. Like I screwed up a line, of actors that can't get it right or actors that weren't like focused enough.
Right.
So that's always fun, It's always fun to have,
the
have fun
bloopers.
On set, there's tons of them.
I think the first time you say a blooper on that line, it's gonna be hard for you to get back.
Yeah, kind of.
Because you keep laughing about that one incident. It's like, oh, okay. Because there was only one that I remember that I kept saying. I was trying to say the weather is gonna hit harder than it did yesterday.
Okay.
Pure line. Not that hard.
The weather's gonna hit
not
harder
hard
than yesterday.
But I was like, the weather's gonna hit harder than it was, and there was that. Yes, I was like, yo, we got the bloopers, and the bloopers were crazy. We did a commercial shoot about 2 weeks ago. All right here on Nightline radio station.
Nice.
And we had a person. All they had to say was, "You're listening to Nightline radio." Okay. Plain and simple. My name, and you're listening. They couldn't do it. Just bloopers after bloopers. But it was because the first blooper was funny that everybody else kept laughing about it, and we were waiting for it. And come on, don't look at me because I'm going to start laughing, stuff like that. But I think the acting part is fun in that sense, but it's a hard job.
Yes,
a lot of people don't realize the lines you got to remember and, the cues and all that, Yeah. Mm. Sometimes they allow you to improv a little, but some of them are like, nah, it depends. Yeah,
it depends. It depends on the director you're working with too. They would actually tell you, if they tell you, yeah, you can have fun with that line, but just like, just don't go overboard.
Right.
So it just depends who you're working with. Some of them, like whatever you see on the paper. Yeah, that's exactly what they want to hear. There's some strict directors like that too. It all depends who you work with.
And then it depends on who you are. Because if I'm a big actor, they'll probably let it slide because I'm making a lot of people going to watch the movie, so they'll probably let it slide.
Probably,
you know what I'm saying?
Probably.
Because if I'm somebody like Jordan or somebody, you're gonna be like, oh, you don't want me in your movie? All right, no, you can say that word.
I was joking with you. I was acting, man.
You see, that's acting. That's acting. But tell them where they can find you and what's your next project.
Well, I'm on Instagram all the time. So my Instagram is I am Geovanni Cedeno. Facebook, my name Geovanni Cedeno. It's GeovanN.